Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope that you're all doing well and that you are all having an incredible day. To start things off, as spotted by analyst Crypto Thieves, ETrade, one of the largest retail brokers in America, was recently caught advertising its services for the search term cryptocurrency trading on Google. While the advertisement itself didn't mention cryptocurrency or blockchain in any way, shape, or form, ETrade's ad joined Gemini, Coinbase, and a Bitcoin IRA. Here it is right here. Here's the actual tweet from Crypto Thieves. I'm going to say it's probably Crypto Thieves and not Crypto Thighs, so I'm going to say Crypto Thieves. It said, running paid ads on crypto trading search. For those who are not looking at the screen, it is a Google search that says they're searching for cryptocurrency trading. And what comes up is Gemini, Coinbase, Bitcoin IRA, and for some reason ETrade, even though they have not announced any type of cryptocurrency trading on their platform. So it's a little weird that they would have a paid advertising on Google under the search of cryptocurrency trading if they weren't going to have cryptocurrency trading. What ties directly into this is a couple of weeks ago, following news that broker TD Ameritrade is testing Bitcoin spot trading, trading platform giant ETrade is reportedly getting in on the action. According to sources, ETrade is preparing to support Bitcoin and Ether trading to its 5 million customers. According to Bloomberg, an anonymous source, because they're always anonymous, claimed that the firm would initially offer just Bitcoin and Ether trading. More cryptocurrencies, however, could join these two in the future. Bitcoin author Nathaniel Popper had also tweeted news of the move earlier in the day. This is all, like I said, a couple of weeks ago. According to Popper, ETrade has only to finalize a custodian service before the finished product is ready for customers. If confirmed, ETrade would be one of the largest security brokers to integrate cryptocurrencies. So it seems as of right now, first of all, it would be very weird if ETrade did not get into cryptocurrency. We've heard TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, all the major big names within the United States that have hundreds of billions, if not low trillions of dollars worth of assets that they are custodying, getting into the cryptocurrency space. So I think, they're probably holding back the news because they probably don't have everything as secure. They probably are trying to not pull a backed / New York Stock Exchange thing where they announce that they're going to be launching and then they're waiting for approval from the CFTC, which is also part of the reason why we have a delay for the New York Stock Exchange launching their cryptocurrency exchange. But it's fairly clear that this is going to happen. Whenever we end up normally in the cryptocurrency space, whenever we hear information like this, or when someone releases information that something is going to happen, or it's like an inside source, it usually ends up being true as far as a cryptocurrency trading platform. If someone's like, yeah, this one partnered with so-and-so and so, kind of 50-50 on that. But in this instance, it is probably true. I see no reason why ETrade would not want to get into the cryptocurrency space. And without further ado, let's move on. Next up, the cryptocurrency exchange known as Poloniex says it's distributed hundreds of thousands of lumens to customers eligible for Stellar inflation rewards. The exchange says 408,000 have actually been handed out as of the 5th of June. They said Stellar has a unique inflationary mechanism that issues new lumens to existing holders based on a weekly vote. Lumen holders vote on which addresses the Stellar protocol should distribute inflation to by voting for specific destination addresses. 1 lumen, 1 vote. Any destination address that receives at least 0.05 of the weekly votes will receive inflation rewards proportionate to the number of votes submitted. There's no actual further information on this as far as more so when and who is eligible for this, but apparently on the Poloniex website, which had a bad rap in 2017 and 2018. So if you plan on using them to end up getting free lumens, I would definitely watch out. But apparently they're going to be distributing hundreds of thousands more. One can only assume, as they have only done 408,000 as of the 5th of June. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. We're seeing a lot of companies and exchanges like kind of offering free crypto, and I still think that a large part of this is going to kind of blend into, what's the other thing? Like the entire staking reward thing. I think that's going to become a major thing as we end up moving forward, as you cannot stake lumens. I still think that the other proof of stake coins are going to be the passive income for the cryptocurrency space. And next up, Fireblocks, a platform for securing digital assets in transit, announced today $16 million in Series A funding from investment heavyweights including Cyberstarts, Tenaya Capital, and 8rounds, the proprietary investment arm of Fidelity International. The additional capital will enable the company to build out its infrastructure and court additional firms. Several influential customers like Galaxy Digital and Genesis Global Trading have already switched to Fireblocks to safeguard the transmission of their digital assets across exchanges, over-the-counter brokerages, hot wallets, and cold storage as well. Spurred to action following a series of high-profile hacks, founders Michael Shilov and Pavel Berengolz, aim to eliminate the root cause of digital asset hacks and scams, i.e. private key theft, spoofing, and compromised credentials. Chalmco told CoinDesk he and his colleagues from Lacoon Mobile Security, which was acquired in 2015, reprioritize their target clients for traditional financial institutions infrastructure to crypto following the clearly sophisticated hacking by true professionals, including nation states. Without reading any further, what this basically means is, first of all, Fidelity is in on this as well. They're one of the people, or one of the companies, who had funding for this thing, because one of the major situations that we have right now in the traditional cryptocurrency space, that is to say the New York Stock Exchange, Fidelity, blah, 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 blah thing, is that not only is custody an issue for all of these people, who is holding the cryptocurrencies before they are being moved around, who is going to be the person to hold them and make sure that they are safe, we also have an issue right now where cryptocurrency exchanges are being targeted for hacks. And when you have normal cryptocurrency exchanges like we have right now, who already have situations where people are trying to hack their websites hundreds of times a day, and you may get one that goes through every 5 or 6 months, it's called just a huge stir in the cryptocurrency space. Everyone kind of loses their minds. If you're trying to get people into the cryptocurrency space who have hundreds of millions of dollars, who have billions of dollars, and they feel that there's a risk that their money is going to be lost or hacked or stolen, they will not get into the cryptocurrency space. This is also why we've seen a couple of weeks ago, for those who remember, there was a news story about companies who are now being like the insurance policies for these actual cryptocurrency exchanges as well, and all these other things, like should you lose your crypto. I think Gemini was one of the first ones to actually do it. I don't know if it's FDIC insured, but I know they have some type of correlation with that. Anyway, the point is, everyone is looking for a lot of securities or things that are secure, you know what I mean, that were in the traditional financial markets, because when you try to get the big players into the game, how do I say this? When rich people don't get their way and something goes awry or amiss, they are more likely to call it a fraud and say that it should go away. To be fair, I mean, nobody really wants to lose $100 million, but this is why we have this all going through the motions as we see it right now. But the major news is that Fidelity is also a part of this, and Fidelity is expected sometime relatively soon, as we had news a couple of weeks ago that they were going to do so, relatively soon, to be releasing their cryptocurrency trading platform as well, which I'm very excited about, because at this point, none of the major names have actually released their thing. Not ETrade, not Fidelity, not TD Ameritrade, not New York Stock Exchange, not NASDAQ, and what was the other one? I think that might have been it. None of them have released their crypto trading platforms, and I'm interested to see exactly how much crypto prices jump and also how much the volume actually jumps as well, because one can only assume it's probably not going to be $50,000 passing through the New York Stock Exchange every single day for cryptocurrency trading, especially when we saw, I think the CBOE had, what was it, like several $1 billion just for their Bitcoin futures. It's probably going to be a lot more when it comes to daily cryptocurrency trading. And yeah, let's move on. Next up, EOS is in the news. United States-based financial research firm Weiss Ratings announced that it had downgraded its rating of the cryptocurrency known as EOS because of the blockchain's serious problems with centralization. Weiss announced the report in a tweet published on the 7th of June. In the tweet, Weiss Ratings claimed that the cryptocurrency in question has severe centralization issues and that their event last week did anything to alleviate that, evidently referring to an event hosted by EOS developer Block One on the 1st of June. Weiss decided to lower EOS's technology score given the development. The tweet also hinted that fellow top crypto ADA, or Cardano, is next in line to prove itself as a decentralized proof-of-stake blockchain system. They said, It's now up to ADA, hashtag ADA, to launch a truly decentralized proof-of-stake blockchain, no pressure, end quote. This is a drastic change in the company's outlook towards EOS, as Cointelegraph reported in March. Wise had previously put EOS besides Bitcoin and XRP in its report on emerging trends in cryptocurrency markets. At the time, EOS received a grade of A as the leading cryptocurrency that is challenging Ethereum in an attempt to become the backbone of the internet. During its event, Block.One announced a blockchain-based social media platform called Voice, which allegedly will use the EOS blockchain to provide transparency on how it operates. So this is kind of major big news. EOS has been called out before for centralization. It comes down to the fact that while other platforms, let's say Bitcoin, I think at any given time it's believed, I think the number, I don't keep up too often with how many nodes Bitcoin has active on a daily basis. I think it's over 15,000. I think Ethereum also has a couple of thousand floating around as well. What are the other, most coins have a large number of nodes and or full nodes to verify the transaction so that the network is more decentralized. When it comes to EOS, they only have 21. They go from 15,000 to 21. Mathematically, yes, this is decentralized, as if you have more than two, you have 3 nodes, it's better than one centralized point. However, 21 isn't as great as if they had kind of opened it up to the wider network, i.e., if it was like 151, maybe 1,001, somewhere along those lines. This is what I mentioned 2 other times before, so I'm not going to really dig that much deeper into it. You guys know how I feel about Voice. I tried gathering more information on it. I tried listening to the Everything EOS podcast, but for some reason, one of their episodes, the S's, like the letter S, in every time that someone spoke of an S, it was like a knife hitting your ear. It was very sharp. So I found another podcast. I can't remember what it was called. It's something, I think like EOS Weekly or EOS something. And they went over the events that happened during Block 1. And also people within that room were also questioning the same things that I had questioned before about the actual, KYC, AML, all this other stuff, like having to provide an ID to be able to actually use the platform. And apparently this is what they said. I don't know this. I have not dug that deep into Voice because it's just a platform. Apparently they said that there will be other options for people who do not want to go through the ID situation, that they're still going to be able to use the platform. I think we need more information on exactly what's going to end up happening, what have you, it's so on and so forth. There were also people wondering what the point of the actual identification was, as far as outside, they said that they're doing it to make sure that there are no bots and that everyone posting is real. But people were also questioning. They said, okay, that's fine, but who needs this information to realize that people aren't bots, that people that are humans? Is there also then a level of a centralization as far as being able to tell who posted something, you don't like who posted it, and therefore can someone censor what someone else has said, or can you kind of freeze an account or block an account because of this? Like the actual ID check is going to be centralized. They noted this before. Apparently the entire platform is supposed to have a degree of centralization and decentralization, but as of right now, nothing has really come to fruition, and this is nothing has really been outrightly, explicitly identified, really spoken about in depth. And this is why it said, their event last week did anything to alleviate the fact that they believe that they were already centralized. We'll see exactly how this ends up going. EOS is decentralized, but it is not as decentralized as other platforms. I wish that they had done a little bit more. I understand the point of the 21 validators, but maybe the protocol is able to be changed, maybe because everything on EOS has to be voted for. Maybe we are one day then able to actually vote for a little bit more. I think at least 101 would have been a bit better than 21. I'm not exactly sure where they pulled that number from. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, the chief of the Philippine Central Bank has warned over the risks of growing cryptocurrency use in the country. On Monday, the Philippine Star quoted Benjamin Diokno, governor of the Bangko Sentral ni Filipinas, as saying his institution would continue to address the use of cryptocurrencies, especially given the tech's potential use in the funding of terrorism. The central bank's deputy governor, Diwa Giongondo, also spoke of cryptocurrencies' limitations as a substitute for fiat money, as a medium of exchange, and also for having actual value. And while cryptos and blockchain can be useful for settlement, they effectively allow users to sidestep the banking system, Giongondo said. For this reason, game theory dictates possible dysfunction when there is a market breakdown. When everyone may disrupt one another, there cannot be a total disregard for a central bank or a third party that provides lender of last resort facility. That made no sense. End quote. To balance encouraging innovations with risk mitigation, the central bank prefers to use regulatory sandboxes to keep oversight of new technologies, Giongondo said. So this is the third or fourth bank that has come out in the last 8 days, if I'm not mistaken, that has come out talking about the risks of cryptocurrencies, how they consider it a risk in their country, or how there may be some type of economic backlash, or something may go wrong incorrectly in the economy should cryptocurrencies, if there is a market breakdown, what have you. I find this trend very interesting because normally if you don't consider something a threat, you don't really talk about it. It's not really on your radar. It's kind of out of the way. But I think that people are slowly coming to the conclusion that, first of all, I think you have countries who are just desperate to keep control. I think they are trying to make sure, I don't want to call them scare tactics, but they're kind of scare tactics as far as making people more afraid to even think about getting into the cryptocurrency space. It's this really weird thing. And I think it's because as a country, and they're probably aware, or at least I would hope that they are, of the major financial institutions around the world who are going to be using cryptocurrency, who are going to have cryptocurrency trading desks. And also, I'm pretty sure at some point, people have probably come to the central bank in the Philippines and said, hey, we're thinking about launching something with crypto. And this is where this entire really weird like sandbox thing comes in. We had a couple of countries announcing that they were going to be doing the sandbox thing. For those who have no idea what a sandbox regulatory sandbox is pretty much, imagine you're at a park, your kid's in a sandbox, your kid's sitting right in front of you, you can see everything that your kid is doing inside of the sandbox. Now imagine replace you with the government and then replace your child with the cryptocurrency company. You can kind of see everything that they're doing at every single time, every step that they take, they have to report to you. It's a little insane. It's kind of the way that certain countries are looking to be able to retain their control on the situation. I don't think it's going to last for that long. I think eventually, anyway, I have my own ideas. I'm not going to really get into it. You've heard my ideas about this situation before. Anyway, yeah, this is the, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say the third or fourth over the last couple of days who have come forward to talk about the dangers of cryptocurrencies within their country. And without further ado, let us move on. There we go. To kind of finish things off, Ripple, the firm behind the third biggest crypto by market cap known as XRP, has launched a Brazilian office with the aim to expand across Latin America, Cointelegraph Brazil reported yesterday. According to the report, the official announcement will be made at CIAB Febraban, a major fintech and banking event that will take place in Sao Paulo. From the 11th of June until the 13th of June, the new office will be reportedly led by Luis Antonio Sacco, former CEO at the Brazilian subsidiary of the Warranty Group, a global warranty solution provider. Having joined Ripple in March 2019, Sacco stated that the company intends to bring more clients to its payment network known as RippleNet, targeting not only Brazil, but also the rest of the South American continent. To date, Ripple's payment solution has already been adopted by 3 clients in Brazil, including financial firms Santander Brasil, BTEC Global, and Banco Rendimento, the report noted. Not surprised, kind of cool that they're doing it. We don't get a lot of news about other companies really expanding into South America. Like the most that we've had thus far has been Ripple, Dash, Cardano is targeting Africa. I don't really hear a lot of movement about, especially even like cryptocurrency companies. Like we just had news a couple of days ago that, what's it called? That the first cryptocurrency exchange in Mexico was also opening. So it's kind of, I feel like Mexico lower doesn't get a lot of attention when there are over 1 billion people there who need access to cryptocurrencies as well. Kind of cool. Let's see exactly how far this goes. This is now Ripple has opened an office obviously they're in the States. I think they have an office in Canada. They're now in Brazil. They have, in the UK, I think they opened up somewhere in mainland Europe as well. They have one in Japan. They have offices in India. and nothing about Australia or Africa thus far about Ripple. Anyway, yeah, continued expansion, what have you, yada, yada, yada. Cool. And yeah. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. They are Professor Wally from Gunbot University, SC, Verzily, Fine Art, Kryptone Beer Shipmate, Brady Niels, L. Doug, Jared Schneider, Wise Night Owl, Shaolin Fried Rice, Gala Boa Snake, Crypto Joe, Mohair Maroney, Carl Birchenoff, singer-songwriter Mike Savitz, Rai, Yasha Harari, Amy Starsheen, Jeffrey Ramsey, Crypnotic, Clara T. Snowden, Crypto Artist, Cole D, 3D, Nicholas, One Earth, One Piece, One Love, Setsuna, Nick Kanaya, Richie Rich, The Third, RF Dusty, Cody, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Sam, Siri, Vaseline, Jeremy the Photographer, Jim Gardner, Minting Coins, Arthur Yaku, Nick Manjalavori, Anthony Charles, and Nick. Thank you all very much for your support. At the moment, the market looks like it's doing pretty okay. Bitcoin, before I started this video, was scratching, it was around 7,930, somewhere around there. It's fallen by a good 20-something, $30. Since then, everything is still in the green except for Tether, which is in the red because it's being sold off because people are buying the coins. I don't know. There's no really crazy significant news that's happening right now. There's a lot of articles floating around about the Litecoin reward halving. And at the moment, Litecoin is at $127, currently up 9.36%. I think the fear of missing out factor is hitting Litecoin pretty hard. A lot of people are still stating that they believe that the event reward being cut in half still hasn't really priced itself appropriately into the price of Litecoin. I think the most important part is that I think Litecoin was 115 about a day or two ago. So I assume that, you know, obviously the price is trying to move up. No other real significant news that we have right now. Well, it appears that the Bitfinex Leo token has finally made it into the cryptocurrency space. We didn't have this about a couple of days ago. It apparently is up 8%. I am still reserved about it. Bitfinex has had far too many controversies over the last couple of years. The 24-hour volume is only sitting at around 8 million compared to the coins around it at 335 million and 655 million respectively. So let's kind of see exactly how this goes. I feel like, in my personal opinion on the situation, that Bitfinex, is not a real contender to Binance, at least not in the near future. But the best of luck to them. I hope they do well in their digital endeavors. As always, hope you all have a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and listening. I do appreciate all of your support. I hope you all have a good life. Hope you all have a good life. Thank you all once again for watching and listening, and I will definitely talk to you all soon. See you.